What's a red flag that's way too common in dating? People begging for a solid, eccentric and spontaneous relationship, but doing nothing to stimulate that. They just sit and wait for the other person to do all the legwork and claim the partner is boring when they eventually stop trying due to the one-sided nature. Double standards. You can do whatever you want all you want, but if I do the exact same thing all hell breaks loose. Tepid interest. This sounds so obvious, but I think everyone has gone on way too many dates, or generally let things go too far with someone you felt just wasn't really all into it. Really, life is too short to have dates that aren't really interested in you. I know people who have had whole relationships like this. It can go on for months or even years with the other person, then on tepid one, basically maintaining the relationship and doing all the work, waiting the other person to come around. He just not that into you. While cliché is so very true, I wish people took it more seriously. I had a friend who constantly chased guys who, honestly, just weren't that into her. They'd get together with her for intimacy, if it was convenient for them, but there was nothing even remotely resembling a relationship to anyone but her. I had to have several talks to her about realizing that if someone is really, truly interested in getting to know you better, they will make you a priority, they will find the time to spend with you, and they'll make the effort to have a relationship. If they are always too busy or too stressed or not ready for a relationship, move on. Don't waste your time and effort and open yourself up for heartbreak. Testing or whatever it's called. Manipulative. I just wanted to see how you'd react to debauchery. They agree to meet up with you and even say yes when you send a "Hey, are we still on for today?" text. Then, when you get to wherever you'd agreed to meet up, they don't show up. Like, okay, I get it. You found someone you connect with better. You've been dating casually, and you decided whoever you went out with last night is the one. You got called in to work last minute. Your brother tried it at home, and now you have to take his dummy to the emergency room. You were hoping someone hotter and thinner would come along. Your horoscope said to stay home. You're not over your ex yet. You're holding out for a celebrity or fictional character. You got sick. Whatever it is, I get it. Life happens. Hell, I've probably been there. But tell me you aren't coming. I took time out of my day to meet with you. I didn't have to do that. Standing someone up without so much as a text is just rude. When they flip out, if you don't answer every text within seconds, or they flip out, if you are busy with work or occasionally doing something that's not for them, or you occasionally talk to your family or your friends, that's a sign of someone that thinks you are a possession and your time isn't valuable. It's also one of the signs of a narcissist, with a buddy working in his boat for a couple hours. Come back inside. His girlfriend has filled his voicemail inbox and has sent nearly 100 texts in that time, averaging one message a minute. Literally everyone was nothing but "where are you / why aren't you answering?" He wasn't even surprised. I told him that she was crazy and that he needed to get the hell away from her. He agreed. Then they got married. Then later she made demands that totally messed his life. Then she divorced him. And that's just the bad parts, not the weird parts. If they never look up from their phone, you are here with me, not your Facebook followers. 100% a huge red flag. This person is a trap. They will always be with you physically and never be with you mentally or emotionally. The sole role of this individual will be to prohibit you from finding someone who actually knows how to pay attention to you. They will give you the impression that you are in a relationship while you slowly begin to wonder why you feel so alone. They won't fight or battle with you. They'll just steal years of your life and only leave you with a vague emptiness, a less satisfying version of actually being single. When it's pretty clear that your friends / family aren't excited about them being around, sometimes you can't see what every single other person on the planet saw immediately. Asking for updates every minute or hour. Let your partner have their own time on their hands and stop making them feel that telling you about what they're doing like each and every movement is their obligation. I did a college course abroad for about 6 weeks and my ex expected an update every 15 minutes. Even with the 8-hour time difference, which meant while I was working, he'd be sleeping and still be upset if I didn't give updates. There was a lot of fighting over this. I had an overall amazing experience, but it really stunted my ability to be present and bond with the other students, and I wish I could do that differently. When they threaten to hurt themselves if you don't spend enough time with them, or if you try to break up with them. Ghosting. It's only happened to me once, but damn did that hurt. I don't know at what point over the last 10 to 15 years ghosting became acceptable, for lack of a better word, but whatever happened to just telling the person you are no longer interested in seeing them? When did that go out of style? Back on the dating scene after a long-term relationship. Been on multiple dates with girls age ranging from 25 to 33. The majority of the time I've been ghosted. Made out. Ghosted. Date didn't go well. Ghosted. Been intimate. Ghosted. Date went well. Ghosted. Waited 2 days to say I had fun after a date. Ghosted. Waited 5 hours after a date to say I had fun. Ghosted. Confirmed they made it home after drinking. Ghosted. It really doesn't make sense anymore. It's one thing if the date didn't go well and you ghost. Okay, I get it. But one girl we were texting for days all day, had a pretty good date, been intimate, got ghosted. I'm rambling now, but honestly I've had some great dates, even to the point where the other person said they were having fun on the date and I get ghosted. Times are weird for sure. Carrying baggage from previous relationships. Sadly, I was dating this lady who was presuming I was dating other girls on the side. She exploded when I asked what she was going to watch on Netflix, and since she didn't have Netflix, I was mixing her up with someone else I was dating. I was faithful to her. Sucks. Everyone carries baggage from earlier relations. It shapes you. It teaches a lot about yourself, and teaches what you want from others, and don't want from others. So I would say carrying baggage can be good. It makes you more mature in your next relationships. However, as you mentioned, if you don't process your baggage before entering a new flight, yesh can hit the fan. Going out with someone who never asks you about yourself or listens to anything about you, even something as simple as how your day was. What sucks is that you then spend a whole date listening to them talk, and they tend to think those dates went so well, they got to talk the whole time. When you try to open up to them and be vulnerable, and they make you feel like your feelings are invalid, or they try to downplay it, whatever someone else is feeling might seem like no big deal to you, but to them it is. So rather than making it seem like what they're feeling isn't all that important, maybe try just listening and working with them to find a solution to the problem, or leave. People may not agree, but when someone wants unconditional love or a ride or die, love is conditional. It's conditional on mutual caring, respect, and effort, and asking for someone to be with you, no matter what your behavior, regardless of the circumstances, is usually just an excuse to behave badly. The flip side of that is that it's quite fair to want someone with whom you can build a relationship with that can withstand any external circumstances, illness, hardship, etc. I feel like venting to friends about the relationship is way too common. Like the trivial stuff. Okay, he left the toilet seat up or her makeup is all over the counter, but character issues, rehashing fights you've gotten in, or intimate/private details betray the trust of the relationship and poison the well. People think it's just blowing off steam, but I take it very seriously. When one partner starts to tell the other what they can or can't enjoy, through negging, teasing more like harassment, or outright prohibiting. Examples: boyfriend to girlfriend, you really like those chick flicks. Huh, makes sense, you're so dramatic all the time. Girlfriend to boyfriend, you like chick flicks, aren't you supposed to be a man? Very subtle, yet very insidious and negative put downs, based on gender conformities. I see both women and men doing this, and it's wrong when neither one does it. For clarity, I'm not referring to the playful and reciprocated bantering and ribbing between partners/friends/family etc. I'm talking about the people who intentionally weaponize their words under the guise of teasing/negging against their partner/friend/family with the intent to put said person down/humiliate them etc. so that that person then modifies their likes/behaviors etc. in a way that pleases the partner being a jerk. It boils down to a level of control in a way.